First of all, thank you for all of your messages via Twitter and Facebook and email after last time's blog. We got loads of messages asking questions about a whole range of fitness areas and facets. But the one thing that came through very strongly and clearly as an area certainly was an area close to my heart. And the area which is actually the most successful and popular sport and activity of all time, it is of course running. After the Olympics of seeing all our successful athletes competing in London, it's amazing how many questions link to the same sort of area. I guess the Mo Farah effect of seeing him train so hard and work so hard and be so successful has kicked in with us all as well. And that's a great thing, because actually having motivation, having something to try and think about in your mind as being a trigger is so important as well. Now the summer is really over, focus really turns to how you train going forwards into the winter. Now some of you will try and do maybe some cross-country events or work through the winter and try to compete at the same time. But actually for most of us it's really looking forward towards competing perhaps in the spring and planning for those events going forwards. Now, what I stressed to you that question is that it's not good enough for us all just to run, to learn to run. We have to make sure we actually don't just run to get fit, we actually get fitter to run better. Fitness in running are crucial to make sure we give you the best opportunity of improving your performance and going faster, also enjoying the whole experience far more. How do we do that? Well, we change how we do our running style itself. For example, we all tend to go for runs which are one pace. We find our route and stick to it. Instead of that, try and do at least twice a week interval training, changes in speed, changes in the hill you use maybe as well. By increasing the intensity, increasing that real effort load that you put into the body and into the runs, you'll really overload your heart and your lungs and make yourself get more able to run quicker and longer and more comfortably. The way to do that is to go for faster pace than you'd be able to sustain for a longer period of time, for maybe between 1 and 3 or 4 minutes. Then you actively rest between that for maybe 1 or 2 minutes by doing a slow-paced jog. So your routine is to go for a fast pace, maybe about 85% of your maximum speed for 2 to 4 minutes, and then slow jog, real recovery for about a minute or 2. Repeat that between 6 and 10 times. You do that twice a week as part of your routine and add into that overall schedule 2 or 3 longer duration runs, increasing your duration to get that endurance up. That combination of training and your running really gives the opportunity of going further and faster and really getting some massive performance changes. For those who want to use it for a pure fitness gain, the effects of using that interval training also make you burn away an extraordinary amount more calories too. But to really harness how you go faster, you can't just do running alone. Working on flexibility and working on strengthening are also key components. Strength is a key thing in any runner's performance. Doing work like squats and lunges and hamstring training gives you a chance of giving you the strength that you need to support your body as propelling forwards in your running stride. So use weight training at least twice per week and work on also your core strength, the abdomen, the obliques. By having good core development strength, we're maximising your ability to use all your energy in one direction going forwards. If you imagine you've got these 2 enormous power sources in your legs and your upper body, and as you run, the body's allowed to twist and rotate without good control. With better core development and strength, your body's far more stable, all your energy just gets propelled forwards where you want it to go to run faster. So strength's a key component and don't miss it out. Flexibility is one thing that most people really do miss out, however, and you really mustn't do that. One thing with running, of course, is always brought up is running bad for your body? Is it going to give you bad knees and bad back and bad hips? And the answer is no. The reason why we find people suffering with bad knees and hip problems and back problems is there's not enough time spent stretching and mobilizing those areas. If you work after you finish a run on stretching for at least 10 to 15 minutes on those key areas of your calves and your thighs and your hamstrings and your glutes, your bottom and your lower back, you're really mitigating that potential for any harm that you're causing your body. Also, find a foam roller, go to a shop and buy a foam roller to manipulate the areas of your glutes and your ITBs, the area on the outside of your thighs, which really badly affect the alignment of your knees and your hips. If you work on manipulation with a foam roller and you do good massage perhaps now and again and great stretching, your body's allowed to maintain good skeletal structure and stability. If you work on that intensity change in your running, work on your strength gains as well, and work on flexibility and mobility, I guarantee you'll go faster. It's impossible not to. But importantly, like all these things, set yourself a very clear goal. In October, I'm sponsoring the Royal Parks Half Marathon, which takes place in some of the most incredible backdrops in London. For those of you taking part, best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you all there and seeing your great performances. You still have time between now and then to really increase your speed, increase your endurance, so don't waste the time. Use that time to really work on those 3 key facets I've explained already. For those not taking part, I would urge you to find an event, whether that's a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon or a marathon or further in some cases, and sign up, pay the money, get the form in and get a date. That date's there very clearly. You can then work your schedule towards the end point and achieve the maximum gains for you. And you know what? Nothing feels better than competing to the highest of your ability, and you can do it with good planning. I look forward to more questions from you. I look forward to hearing more of your queries about fitness and health, and also for those of you taking part in the Royal Parks, I'll see you there.